Where are you, Euan? Where is it? Must be there. Got your present. This is the second time he's taken you out. Huh?
What do you have to say for yourself?
Listen, I really don't know what you want me to say.
You know what? It's fine. Tim, it's fine. Look at him. He's scared.
Let him go.
Yeah, he's terrified. Let him go. It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Take that with you.
Oh, okay.
Tim, we can't keep blaming the referee. No, this time anyway. It's not his fault. It's my fault. It's always my fault. You know, it's 12 years to the day that I started wrestling, and I'm here at a Comic-Con, someplace I thought I would like, and I've failed you again. It's not working, is it?
What are you saying?
Us, is it? Us being a team. I'm always letting you down. That's twice now. Twice we've lost to that pair, Rage and Krieger. We gave them a pasting back in November in 2017. No issue. But there's something not working. We never even got a tag move in, or anything. It's always my mistakes, isn't it? Maybe it's best that I let you go. Set you free. People believe in you. People think you'll get somewhere. No one believes in me.
So you're saying you don't want me as your tag team partner anymore?
I think you can do better without me. I just want to be the rainbow in someone else's cloud.
Hello everybody, welcome to Wrestling Showdown. It's all going on this weekend, isn't it? We've just seen what apparently is the dissolution of the team of Timm, Wylie and the very good Mr. Euan G. Mackie. I know they've kind of had their problems in trying to win the tag team championship recently, but looks like they're going their separate ways. And of course just last night we kicked off 7 Deadly Sins with stage 1 of the tournament. It happened in Buckhaven. The first 2 rounds are in the history books. Wasn't it fantastic? I'm sure you were there, right? It was great. You'll know by now who has advanced, but in case you weren't there, then don't worry, I'm sure you'll find out. Don't forget that we don't just put Wrestling Showdown out here on the W3L network. So with this first stage of 7 Deadly Sins away, we look forward to the second stage, which happens on May the 10th at the Southside Community Centre in Edinburgh. What a show that's going to be. We get the semi-finals of 7 Deadly Sins, which are fought under submission match rules. We've got the final of 7 Deadly Sins, which is a last man standing match. Of course, the winner of 7 Deadly Sins heads on to Resolution 13 to get a crack at the W3L Heavyweight Championship. But in addition to that, we've got a big mixed tag team match because the very good Mr. Euan G. Mackie, he may have partied with Timm Wylie, but he's recruited Emily Hayden, and they're going to take on Tenacious Johnny Lyons and Jayla Dark in a big tag team contest. BT Guns returning to W3L in Edinburgh as well. Who will they face? We'll be finding it very soon. All that much more come along and see us in Edinburgh May the 10th. And then come down and see us in Guiseley on May the 31st. Newcastle, June the 1st. Stockton-on-Tees, June the 2nd. And then back up in Broxbourne on June the 14th. All of these events are sponsored by good friends over at Crafty Connoisseur. Huge thanks to them, and if you or somebody you know would like to sponsor a W3L event or two, get in touch with us and we'll tell you how you can make that happen. So, 7 Deadly Sins Part 2 on the horizon. Last man standing match is the finals of the tournament, and this week here on Showdown we've got something kind of similar. We've got a no holds barred match for you. It happened back at Edinburgh Comic Con, and it pits two men who have no love lost for each other one on one. On one hand, you've got the merchandise Mike Musso, and facing him is the man who injured him by running him headfirst into the ring post not that long ago, the original Craig Stevens. We've basically said, no need for the rule book, it's no holds barred, anything goes. How out of hand is this going to get? Let's find out by going down to ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce with your Wrestling Showdown. We have ourselves a no-holds-barred match coming up between the original Craig Stevens there in the white trunks in front of the ring there. He just charges right in the merchandise, Mike Musso in his famous blue tights. Now these two men, I'm sure you know all the history and everything that's happened between them. This is a grudge match, a long time in coming round. Both men going straight at it here. Remember, no holds barred, anything goes, no rules, pin or submission. We'll decide the winner. And Stevens gets launched off the ropes, and Musso was going to go probably for the shoulder block. Stevens just slipped out of the ring, grabs him by the foot, and tries to slam him at the ring apron, but it's Stevens that hits it instead. Now here at Edinburgh Comic Con, I'm pretty sure the fans have seen nothing like this. See our W3L officials just making sure everybody keeps back and stays safe. Oh, Craig Stevens just threw part of the crowd barrier, just launched it straight. Mike Musso again, anything goes. The referee can't do anything about this. And Stevens, he's got a lot to prove. He wants to defeat Mike Musso, because Musso wants to get revenge on Stevens for what happened to him. I'm sure you've seen in their previous battles here in W3L. Most notably at Fight for Life, they fought. Mike Musso got the victory there. Got the victory at Remedy earlier on in the year as well. And in the middle of March, it's the match that changed it all, as Stevens has got Mike Musso. Hang on, Mike's caught him and drops one in the crowd barrier. I think Stevens was trying to squash Musso against the barrier, but it got turned against him. There was that match here on Showdown. Stevens ran Mike Musso head first. It was incredibly heavy ring posts. Musso was clearly rattled by this. I mean, he refuses to say he had a concussion, but I mean, it was as near as makes no difference. And he was certainly not in a good place. Craig Stevens got the victory there, and we saw it just a few weeks later when we had Mike Musso taking Hugo Harris here on Wrestling Showdown. It was a bit of a struggle for us. Stevens gets dropped face first on the crowd barrier as well. Again, referee can't do anything about this. It's all as legal as a side headlock, or a spinning toe hold, or a vertical suplex, you name it. The barrier being put to good use. And Musso taking Stevens nearer the crowd. What's going on? Trying to clear him out the way, I think. Oh, could be a Russian leg sweep, it looks like. Here's what it's going to be up against the crowd barrier. That's exactly what it is, right at the rail. That Russian leg sweep, that's going to send a shock of pain up Craig Stevens' spine. And he's been on like a new wave of enthusiasm almost, Craig Stevens, since he got that victory over Mike Musso, nearly seriously injuring him in the process. It's a new cockiness, a new swagger to him. And if he can put Musso away in this no holds bar match, all to the good. And Stevens goes right over the rail. Mike Musso clotheslines him out. Again, it's all entirely legal. Mike Musso now going out the crowd here at Edinburgh Comic Con to find the original Craig Stevens. It could be all sorts of things out there. And they're battling away from the ring. We'll try and follow as best we can. There we go, look at this, Mike Musso just tattooing Craig Stevens with that forearm. And you've seen, oh, Stevens went low, I think. Yeah, he struck Musso low. Again, can't be DQ for that. We've seen Musso in street fight matches here on Wrestling Showdown, taking on Timm, Wylie, and the man now known as Luke Aldridge. So I mean, he's an expert. Well, he's certainly got previous history in these types of affairs. Not necessarily an expert, but I mean, Mike Musso's been around the block once or twice. Craig Stevens, not quite as many. Although he's certainly no slouch, he's been getting better and better. It's been almost a breakout year for him, I think. Since returning to WCL last year, he's shown what he's capable of. It's both men hidden in the crowd, it's difficult to see, but they're out there. Hopefully they're staying back and not getting caught in the crossfire. Oh, and Craig Stevens, I think he's been launched into one of the pillars with the massive thick beams that holds the roof up. We can just see one at the side of the ring there. I think Craig Stevens went head first into it, and there's Mike Musso back up. Again, this adds a new dimension to this contest. It's not confined within the ring as it usually would be. Again, absolutely anything goes. They're in the sea of humanity. There's fans literally everywhere. I mean, this room here at Edinburgh Comic Con is packed. I know a lot of fans have come streaming in from the other hall just to see this. Understandably so, because what a contest. And there's even a furry looking on. Let's not get too close to the furry in case it tries to bite one of the participants. Anything is possible. Looks like they're heading back towards the ring. Stevens being flung down there. Mike Musso, he appears to have recovered from the injury sustained when Craig Stevens rammed him at the post. I mean, he was pretty much in denial, refused to say that he wasn't at 100%, but he clearly was. Like I said before, he saw his match against Hugo Harris, he saw the effects of it, it still bothered him. Got the victory, but it was no easy task, has to be said, as he hits the flying body press. This could end it here. First pinfall attempt of the match. Just nets Mike Musso a count of 2, however. So he appears to be more fully cleared. Like, certainly he's not showing any effects of injury. I think he's back to normal now, and he's been eating away at him. Mike Musso has a family. He's an incredibly busy man, never stops. And when you get injured like that, I mean, it just makes it difficult to do things, slows down everything you do. And so as a consequence, he's been looking for revenge against Craig Stevens, who runs him into the post, thankfully shoulder first this time. Still not a pleasant end to that, but better surely the shoulder than being flung head first. Oh, Craig Stevens just threw the rail across, smashing the camera, and I think maybe our cameraman may have suffered an injured ankle. No, would be Craig Stevens will be getting fined for that by W3L management, quite rightly too. Don't go damn to the equipment. Oh, he's found a ladder. Now, a lot of people often think, well, why are there ladders and tables and chairs and the like stored into the ring? Remember, this is an elevated platform. There's an empty space into the ring, so it's storage. The ladder was used to help set up the building, set up W3L's part of Edinburgh Comic Con. So of course you'd have to put your ladder somewhere, so why not under the ring? It's just empty space. Stevens grabbing hold of Mike Musso and back suplex him onto the ladder, and it falls on top of Stevens. Kind of backfired on him, but I think Musso took the worst of it. Not enough to keep him down, however, but Craig Stevens suffered slightly. That ladder toppled forward and clobbered him as well. But Mike Musso being back suplexed into. These are normal ladders, the kind of thing you would paint your house with. It's not some sort of silly wrestling ladder that people often think when it's made of rubber or it's extra flexible. It's not. It's a bog standard normal ladder that you could buy in any DIY store, you name it. Oh, super kick right in the chin, and he drilled Musso with that, and this could end it now. Not yet though. Craig Stevens threw everything at that kick, and it was not quite enough. This crowd chanting Stevens sucks. They do not like the original Craig Stevens. This is attitude that they don't like. Remember last year at 7 Deadly Sins. I mean, we're in 7 Deadly Sins season right now. Last year he got the semi-finals and attacked Johnny Lyons before his match, smashed up his back with a chair. I mean, Stevens has shown he'll do whatever it takes to win. And of course, if you are enjoying this no holds barred match, get yourself along to our event in Edinburgh on May 10th, because it's going to have the finals of 7 Deadly Sins, a last man standing match. Who will be involved? You'll find if you're in Edinburgh, so make sure you come along to that. Musso's been sandwiched between those ladders. Stevens got up ahead of steam. Oh, he takes out the face! Mike Musso launched the ladder at the oncoming Craig Stevens, who got smashed right in the face. There's presence of mind, there's experience. Oh, an arm is draped! But it's not quite enough to hold Stevens' shoulders down enough. Mike Musso, his experience benefits him no end. The fact he's been in this sort of situation before benefits him no end. He held the ladder, or the ladder set was in front of him, as Stevens charged towards him with enough pressure to pick it up and just throw it straight at the oncoming original. And appropriately, because it's Easter Sunday, I think Stevens will have an egg under his eye after being hit with the ladder. Musso slow moving though, I mean, no wonder, considering all he's gone through. Back suplex into the ladder, flung against it. Oh, took too long with a big splash! And gets nothing but ladder right in the midsection. He's a bit slow to move as Mike Musso after the beating he's taken, and that hampered him there. Stevens got out of the way. They go into the ring for more plunder. What has he found? He's found something in the ring. What is it? Oh, it's a chair. And hard across the lower back of Mike Musso goes that chair. Again, all perfectly legal. There's no holds barred. And again, Musso's had a bad back before. We saw a couple of years ago at 7 Deadly Sins. Funny how that event keeps cropping up. He got smashed through a table. And his back played up a bit since. So bothered him for a while, to be fair, but I mean, he's oh, look at it. Stevens just kicking the ladder right in the referee's feet. Stevens' temper is getting the better of him. He's not taking control of what he's doing. He's been very emotional as Musso hits him. Musso got another chair from under the ring and caught Stevens as he went for him. Now Musso getting back down there. He's got a chair turned about. It's fair play, remember. Stevens getting up to his feet and gets knocked right back down again. It's one thing to hit someone with a chair, it's another thing entirely to be hit with it. This was just put Stevens on the chair this time. And now he hits the big splash. Hooking the leg, going for a cover. Will this be enough to wrap up the contest? Apparently not. The benefit to put the chair down is when Musso lands on Craig Stevens. Stevens' body is compressed into the unforgiving metal chair, and again, it's the normal chair you would sit on. It's not going to fold under impact or anything like that. I don't believe everything that you think you know about wrestling. This is a normal chair. So of course Stevens gets compacted between Musso and the chair. And the chair's on the top of him. What's Musso going for? And he's going to extend the turnbuckles. It's been a good move. He's slow, you can see that, he's taking a beating. Not as quick as he normally is, but he's climbed the top turnbuckle. He's going for the elbow drop. That's exactly what it is. Drops the elbow on the chair into the midsection of Craig Stevens. How much damage did that do to Mike Musso though? Even dislocated an elbow. Goes in for a cover on the original with the leg is hooked. But Stevens still kicking out. Such an important match for him. Wants to get the victory, not just because it's a great win to defeat Mike Musso again, but a no holds barred match that really raises the bar, it has to be said. And of course we are in the 7 Deadly Sins season, like I mentioned last night. Stage 1 kicked off. The first 2 rounds are in the history books. I'm sure you saw what happened. They're coming up in Edinburgh on May 10th. We get the last 2 rounds of the tournament. And Musso's rearranging the furniture, getting things where he wants it. Oh, hold on, Stevens went to the eyes. This took a little too long. The original got him there. What's he going to go for this time? And he launches Musso hard at that ladder. And it does not move, it does not bend. Stevens with a cover. Right, Musso not done yet though, and you see Stevens getting frustrated, getting angry. You can hear the crowd, they do not like the original Craig Stevens. Again, his attitude is what does it. His actions as well to a degree, but he just comes in saying that he's better than everyone. Oh, we're going to get a repeat here. Oh, reversal! And Stevens now takes the ladder. And he bounced off that. Musso using the rungs to pull himself to his feet. And Stevens getting up, he's got hold of the ladder as well. Because the guy and the man's looking at each other, I don't think they know what the other one's doing. Oh, Musso's picked up the first ladder. And both men have the same idea. They charge at each other and those ladders collide. And both men go down. What will the referee's judgment be here? He's applying a 10 count. We'll see what happens. Will either man be able to get up in time? It's 6. Both men stunning and no more. What's going to happen here? 9. This is up. And that's it. Yes, the bell sounds and the original Craig Stevens fails to get to his feet. And that will mean that Mike Musso wins by knockout. The original Craig Stevens crashed into Mike Musso, both men with ladders. Down went Stevens. He failed to get up before the count of 10. Mike Musso defeats the original Craig Stevens in this no holds barred contest. What a match. Stevens should be fairly proud of himself. I mean, he gave every bit as good as he got, but it wasn't quite enough. The merchandise manages to get the victory here at Edinburgh Comic Con in a no holds barred match.
What a chaotic contest, but Mike Musso gains a modicum of revenge by defeating the original Craig Stevens in that no holds barred match, and hopefully that's whet your appetite for 7 Deadly Sins Stage 2, happening on May the 10th in Edinburgh at the Southside Community Centre. You get the submission match semi-finals of 7 Deadly Sins. You get the last man standing final. You've got that mixed tag team matches, Johnny Lyons and Jayla Dark taking on the very good Mr. Euan G. Mackie and Emily Hayden, plus BT Guns coming back and a bunch more besides. Come along and see us, it's going to be amazing. Then of course we're in Guiseley later that month, May the 31st. Newcastle is June the 1st. Stockton-on-Tees June the 2nd, then back up in Broxbourne June the 14th. Every one of those events and more besides sponsored by our pals over at Crafty Connoisseur. Thank you to them. And so get yourselves along to Edinburgh. That's next on the horizon, and you can do so by picking up tickets from our website. We're at W3LWrestling.com. Make sure you subscribe to the mailing list while you are there. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us over on Instagram, subscribe to this channel. You'll get an edition of Wrestling Showdown every Sunday at 12 PM, and you'll also get other cool things, maybe something this week. That's all I'm saying. Subscribe and you'll find out. And then of course use that hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. Who do you want to see advancing in 7 Deadly Sins? The first stage is gone. Who's going to win the semi-finals? Who will be in the final? Are you down in Newcastle, Guiseley or Stockton? Who do you want to see coming down? Tell us what you want. Get in touch with us here at W3L. And then of course come back here in 7 days time. I've got another amazing match lined up for you. Rumour has it there's going to be a title on the line. Which title? Who will defend it? Who will challenge for it? You'll find out in 7 days right here on the W3L network.